The documentary is called Eyes Open to encourage people to recognize the urgent political and economical challenges facing the world today. Many of these issues are interconnected, with problems in some countries impacting others, especially in poorer nations whose struggles often go unnoticed. Although the media often neglect to highlight certain regions and critical global issues, it is essential for individuals to take the initiative and conduct their own research to stay informed. My goal is to shed light on the issues that the media often ignore so people can understand what's really happening globally, to share this knowledge, and to spark change. Because true progress begins with awareness. The following names, dates, and locations are rooted in real historical events, but the storytelling is a product of my own imagination. I've crafted the storytelling this way to help people following along more easily, spark their interest, and deepen their understanding of the past. When a group of men finally set foot on the ground, not a single sound coming from their throat could be heard. They were all amazed by the beauty of the island. Turquoise water, white sands, and palm trees everywhere. No doubt, they were in paradise. The leader took a step forward as soon as a very small group of men, women, and children appeared near the trees. They were the inhabitants of the place and didn't seem quite happy to see strangers. They shouted, screamed, talked, but nobody could understand them. Finally, the leader and his team took more steps towards them and asked in his language, "What is all of this? Where are we? What is the name of this island?" he said, showing the surroundings. After seconds, that honestly felt like hours, one of the inhabitants responded. He said three words: Ohio, Quisqueya, Ahati. The newcomers, Christopher Columbus and his men, had just set foot in Haiti. After multiple days, the newcomers found a way to communicate with the locals. They learned that Ahati means a mountainous country in Taino, their language. He also learned that they were from the mother tribe of the Hawaks, a Caribbean population from the Amazon rainforest. It was the year 1492. For Haiti, the very beginning of hell on earth. Haiti is an island country located in the Antilles, bordered to the north by the Atlantic Ocean and to the south by the Antilles Ocean. It is a country with a population of approximately 11 million inhabitants. The country shares the island with the Dominican Republic. Christopher Columbus is an Italian explorer and navigator born in the Republic of Genoa, which is now part of modern-day Italy, in 1451. He is most famous for his transatlantic voyages and for being credited with, and I quote, discovering the Americas. Usually, during this period of the year, big coats and gloves could be seen on people. But in Haiti, the sun was shining so bright that sweat was rolling down the face of Christopher Columbus. It was very hot for a month of December. It has been precisely 5 days since him and his men arrived on the island, and today, the 10th of December, he knew what would be his next steps. To begin, he decided to rename the entire island. He didn't like the name given by the natives. Hispaniola, Little Spain, as an honor to the Spanish crown, which has funded his expedition. It was the Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain himself who agreed to support his journey. That very day, he put his plan into action, and the genocide of the indigenous population of Taínos started. His main motives: to seek wealth, expand Spanish influence, and acquire valuable resources like gold. He saw indigenous people as both a potential labor force and a source of wealth in themselves. He believed that enslaving them could help generate profit for Spain and justify further expeditions. In less than 5 years, millions of natives died to the mistreatments they suffered and the diseases imparted by the conquerors. But Columbus didn't want to stop there. He always wanted more. So the slavery continued until he realized that he didn't have enough Taínos to work for him anymore. And that's when the Atlantic trade began. Even though Christopher Columbus has left the Americas in 1504 and died 2 years later in Spain, it was the year 1517 and less than 10,000 indigenous people was left out of the millions they were before the conquerors. Though this year was special for Spain because the Atlantic trade was officially authorized by the Emperor Charles V, which meant he could trade black people from America against raw materials. They would first be exchanged against Europeans' products such as textiles or weapons before being exchanged again in America. It was a slave trade linking Europe, Africa, and America. Driven also by the desire of wealth and the competition with Spain, England and France arrived in Hispaniola in hope to colonize it as well. The English settled on Tortuga Island, and the French conquered the western part of the island and named their colony Saint-Domingue. After several years, the English, defeated by the French, were forced to give up Tortuga Island, which was then ceded to the French West India Company in 1764. Even though, officially, since 1532, the slave trade was officially forbidden by Emperor Charles V, it continued nonetheless. And when the French were officially settled and accepted by Spain in the island, officialized by the Treaty of Aranjuez in 1777, they intensified the torture, the abuse, and mutilation to the slaves.